Well, hello folks and welcome back to my channel. Thank you very much for your business cable. We have no more need for you for this purpose. Because for this purpose, we have another package. So there's the packing slip and the commercial invoice. I'll take a look at that later. And thank you very much, Nomad Cables. So this shenanigan right here is a Kevlar USB-C cable. So now I have a more beefy ass quote-unquote cable to charge both my GoPro and my phone properly. And the nice thing about this cable is also it has this like quote-unquote, I was gonna say retractable shenanigan on it, but this attachment right there, which makes it quite easy and nice. So now this shenanigan can come over here, plug into my phone, so my phone can charge and do its own diddly doodly. We, however, is gonna throw on a jacket and we're gonna head out on the balcony and take care of the snow out there. Because yes, it snowed again, so I suppose, hi, welcome back to my channel. Ow. Nikolai Tech and RL here back today. If you watched the last video, you will probably know why. I will probably make this video eventually anyway, to be honest with you, but probably know why I'm making this video. Because basically I'm gonna have it was down in here somewhere. Where did I put the shenanigan? I had that like yellow motherfucking did I like yeet that out here the other day or what? I don't know. I was gonna measure the snow. So there you are. Then here you are. And here my winter shoes are. So what I was gonna say, if you didn't see the last video, basically Jetpack, the collie, got the shipment got lost in transit. So yeah, we don't have that shenanigan basically, which means I have been in touch with Telia and we're gonna arrange some shenanigans so that way I can maybe pick up something tomorrow. So we're gonna go out on the balcony and take care of this shenanigan. It's even snowing again. So if my phone has snow, it has not. Well, then I suppose we'll take a picture with the work phone. Or what hopefully tomorrow will no longer be the work phone. But basically, this looks to be the deepest stuff. Yeah. So what we got here is yeah, 15 centimeters of snow. That's what we have. So yeah. So you guys can probably see that cable is now going nicely around here, so I finally got that hung up properly. So now that is quote unquote no longer one of our concerns. And this barbecue is staying dry, so that's a nice thing. Well, it's still snowing. There's also coming a fair amount of snow from the gosh darn roof. Not making situations any better. Or well, there is a fair amount on the roof, not making the situation better. Suppose that would be the appropriate way to put it. But at least they have been out here removing some snow. I don't think they have removed much snow today. But they have been good about actually removing the snow. Well, they came back and kind of started taking during the night and stuff, and we had that entire shenanigan of a snow blizzard here the other quote unquote days or whatnot. So they did step in, quote unquote. So that's what matters. There we go. I was just like, oh God heaven, they have updated shite. Alright, okay. We got some UI shite. Modes. High contrast front. Color inversion. What is modes supposed to be? Modes and routine. Oh. Aha. So if you go up here and click on modes, it will ask you. Okay. That's the new one, Samsung. Okay. Alright, Samsung. That's the new one. So yeah, so I was gonna scroll this shenanigan up again and see what the fuck is going on up in here. Yes, you're still uploading because you're slow as fuck. So basically, I'm getting through. That one is now uploaded, so now I can move this shenanigan. Clonk. This shenanigan right here, it can move into there. So that means I'm done with everything of the batch export I did last month. Now it's just a batch export from what I exported last week. And then I just gotta do the videos I've recorded up until now. And shlabali shlabaloo. We are rocking and rolling, and we have finally catched up to IRL content. And as you probably can see up here, all of this shenanigan right here is stuff that has been scheduled to make my life easier. All of the stuff that is from the 21st needs to be scheduled anyway. Besides from this one, I'm gonna record when I'm up north, which is a Merry Christmas to everyone. You guys are actually seeing this video about 1, 2, 3 or 4 days. If I move that one, 3 or 4 days after Christmas. So I suppose when you guys are seeing this, happy 2nd or 3rd Christmas Day, or 3rd or 4th Christmas Day, per se. So yeah, so I'm just uploading everything now, putting them to per se scheduled uploads, which means I do not have to bother about uploading IRL content once I have all this uploaded, which means then I can fully concentrate on recording gaming vids for the like 3 or 4 weeks I'm gone up north. So that shenanigan is going ham. This is quote unquote recorded the same day as the ending of last video was recorded, so it's the 15th of December. Okay, so we got 15 centimeters of gosh darn snow, and we already have about 5 more. And apropos that, there I put the work phone. or well, what is hopefully tomorrow going to be changed out with the S10 as the work phone, hopefully. If I can go and pick up a phone in the shop. If not, that's going to have to happen on Monday. But the problem with Monday is that Mr. Cat is Mr. Cat, Mrs. Cat. Well, anywho, IEMI. Yes, because International Equipment Mobile. No, IMEI. International Mobile Equipment Identifier. Yes. It takes you a few times to get that correct. But yes, then I can just go to them and then I can just pick up one there, get them to swap over the IMEI number and or IMEI number and call it a day. Great. Trust me, I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing. Lordy Christ, mate. So yeah, so I'm still stuck here. I'll probably still run just straight out of there, but I'm still stuck here if I'm gonna take and remove that direct box from there. But that includes me pulling that shenanigan out, which is not really that big of a deal. It also includes me having to pull that shenanigan out, but it's laying on top, so that is not big of a deal either. So, hey, let's, yeah. I suppose let's do that, because to be honest, I got not a single shenanigan to do while I'm waiting for it to stop and snow. And shenanigans, so, well, prova. And, yeah, the shenanigan. The big question is what the heck I'm gonna do with that, the rest of that gosh darn fish soup. That's the big question. Because, well, how do I put it? That's like what, a liter of soup? Because they only, those quick packs only come in like 1 liter quantities or whatnot. So here we are. I have, oh God heaven. Talk about the devil, full body. Wow. Excuse me? There. So yeah, so if we can, let's well, I wanted to rip up this top gap tape, not the bottom gap tape. Oh God heaven. Well, we are running the last cable together with the other cable then. Because I just ripped all that shenanigan up. So if I can kind of just yeet you off right there. Thank you very much. That was not a part of the plan, you idiot. Ugh. The plan here was to rip this shenanigan out. The plan wasn't to rip the other shenanigan out. The plan was to rip this shenanigan out. Not fucking, ow, smack my balls in the process. Feed you into that out. Eat this shenanigan to the next dimension. Plug this one into the other out. Call it a day. And then I suppose now, since we already ripped up half the other shenanigan, run that inside of this shenanigan again. God heaven. You know, you gotta love these things sometimes. Because this hole and a half is a love-hate relationship out of us who you have no idea. Per se preferred. Thank you very much. So that means we can just take this slunk of a direct box, input, output, and call it a day. Nobody ever saw that. Which means we can remove this shenanigan out of our equation, unplug you, and then bring this shenanigan, quote unquote, around this quote unquote shenanigan, and then run this shenanigan, quote unquote, up into you and call it a day. So now if we open this shenanigan and we log into this shenanigan and we take and quote unquote go on our setup, not setup, our routing, our output. So well, output 1 and 2. Can I use something like 3 and 4? If I turn you off and 5 off. So if I make 3 and 4 be my matrix 1 and 4 be my matrix 2. Then I go into my user routing output and I make output 3 my card 1, you my card 2, and I make number 1 my output 1 and number 2 my output 2. If I then go back to my output, those are physical outputs, those do not have physical outputs, which means I can move these over to mix bus 1 and mix bus 2 and call it a day. Which means if I now turn those two on, technically speaking, we should, once quote unquote le bassy bass kicks in again, we should have signal evenly over here. And can I put these both right up if I turn on instrument? Yes, if I turn on instrument I can keep these at the same level, it seems. And well, there's one way to figure that shenanigan out. Mixer to PC, open Reaper on this shenanigan, close, and yes, our input level is the same on both sides. Yes, which means we have exactly the same input on each side. Or well, okay, I feel like something in the routing here is not correctly. Oh, wait a minute, view routing matrix, hold up. Hold up. Oh my lord, oh god. Input 1 and you are input 2. Thank you. Then you do not need the routing matrix anymore. There we go. So now these are separate shenanigans. Good. Okay, so now we can see that this one is just about below. And there we go. Now they're alike. Yes. Which means, technically speaking, if we listen back this shenanigan, we should have left and right. Okay, I thought it was something weird that one side was still getting signal when I plugged in and plugged out, right? I thought something was weird. But yes, because my bluntness hadn't been inside of the routing matrix and moved shit around, so obviously nothing went to their corresponding channels. So if I now go in here, select all, delete it, go all the way back, and I record, we should have a pretty even waveform over both sides. Weird, the system works. Lordy Christ heaven. But yes, that means we can actually now feed everything off of the mix bus. So if I run off with this shenanigan now, plug her in, and I pop over into XM32 edit, and I disconnect from this shenanigan, and I take scenes, my local scenes, there's ASMR, I import this shenanigan over there again, open, that should have imported over there. So if I nope, load this shenanigan now, it should load with the settings I used when I did that shenanigan, which is these one headphones. So if I now go on my routing for my headphones, my out, my aux outs are gonna have that second headphone. But we can now go back to my normal outs, and we can set these two to be headphones left and right, and then my loop back to be my matrix 1 and 2 and all of that shenanigan like normal, and those will then be output 3 and 4, like we already discussed, and like it's hooked up. Which means close, scenes, save, overwrite scene, yes. Then we take you, we export that scene into stage K-temp, into X32, scenes, ASMR 13, we save that shenanigan over there, we replace that file, we close this shenanigan, we disconnect this drive, I do not care, we go back into setup, we reconnect to the mixer and go mixer to PC, and call it a day. There we go, and then we pop back into Reaper, and then we pop this shenanigan in here, we go into my scenes, we utility, we delete scene 13, then we go utility, we import scene to 13, and we're gonna import from X32 scenes, we're gonna import the ASMR 13 scene, we're gonna select that and import that and overwrite number 16, which means that one is now our new shenanigan, ready to go for when I get that one. So that's how easy it is to edit a scene file on the fly. Nani the fuck? Yeah, you're probably just gonna see it say that shit has been delivered. Yes, you don't say. And it's gonna be very weird in this scene. I think it's this scene that's been updated, because it's very weird for me to see blue on literally every application. But that means we got this jack cable again, which can go inside of the jack here. Wherever the fuck I put that shenanigan. Yeah, I still have that shenanigan in there, don't I? Well, yes. Now this shenanigan can go back in here. And then I now have that shenanigan for the base, which means I have regained 2 jack cables while I've lost, quote unquote, one XLR female to jack cable, which, to be honest, I have forgotten I had. So yeah, here we are. Well, howdy, we are back, and we're dropping the entire shenanigan outside, but I finally got a message back from Corsair. Now, I do not have a polling rate switch here, but apparently there was going to be a hole where you would plug in a paper clip. Although there is no polling rate switch here, so by the cable, well, I surely can't see no paperclip hole. Near the polling rate cable. Well, I see no well, I see no... Or wait a minute, there's a pinhole right there. Tilt legs, blah 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 blah, yes. Okay, so to do this shenanigan simply, I'm just gonna take my handy dandy SIM card. Ejector key. So now, which one of these motherfuckers are okay, so CPR disabled. Yes! 0 bytes free. Well, you're completely fucked. Rather said, we're doing stuff a little shinky here. Pretty much we're gonna completely wipe the firmware off of this keyboard. And we're gonna put a new firmware onto this keyboard. We're gonna take and then delete the and then place the file with ISP in the name. ISP3, yes. So we're gonna take this file right here, double check the size of it. It is 256, so it's exactly the size we need. We're gonna copy this onto the internal memory of this keyboard. And now as we have done that, that's gonna hard reset the keyboard. So if we now unplug this, CPR disable should disable, and if we plug it back in now, our keyboard should turn on like normal. I still only have one profile showing up. We're gonna take and then I still only have one showing up, but we're gonna jump into IQ, and I'm gonna see if I am now able Save a hardware lightning effect to this shenanigan. Rainbow wave. Yes, and then hardware lightning. Then go device settings. Delete, yes. Delete, yes. And then add current profile, save. Current layout is Europe. And then we're gonna I still only have one showing up, but we're gonna jump into iCube. And I'm gonna see if I am now able save a hardware lightning effect to this shenanigan. Rainbow wave. Yes, and then hardware lightning. Well, howdy folks, we're back with an update, and where are we? Well, we're uploading update and shenanigans, which is this one, so we're getting through. So I have about 1, 2, 3, well, 3.5 days of videos left to upload. Basically 13, 14, 15 videos to upload. Wow. And then call it a day. For anybody wondering about the snow situation, well, hasn't gotten much worse out here, but it's still a shenanigan and a half. So later today, I don't know when I'm gonna get message back from her. Now they open at 8, so I suppose I will get an email somewhere after 8, and then if I can pick it up at per se Torge or one of my local shops, it will probably take a little while for them to prep the phone, since they need to prep it, quote unquote, or not prep it, but register the entire shenanigan and then get the IMEI numbers and all that shenanigan wrapped around their head, and then I can go and pick it up. So most likely after 8 we can maybe take care of that shenanigan. Other than that, not really much shenanigan going on already. I got coffee, I'm staying awake. I got a Red Bull, I got a Monster in here, which I'm probably gonna crack down on throughout the day. So that's where we are, really. So not much else to say, to put it that way. So yeah, didn't find out much more about this gosh darn keyboard. Its onboard memory is still fucked. So at this point I don't think there's really much, so it's not the firmware anymore. I think the literal onboard memory for profiles are just gone. Although if it has the CPR disabled, the actual storage for the firmware, supposedly it would store those profiles in the same place, quote unquote, and if the place that it stores that one is as big as the firmware file, then shit is fucked, unless it supposedly saves this, but it's like 2 extraneous profiles showing up. Eh? Can't really go down more. So supposedly at this point, if we want to quote unquote more down, quote unquote, we need to lower the bridge a little bit, which I'm gonna grab a quote unquote bigger shenanigan for. So basically I'm gonna do them in order. So we're gonna turn, so now we're gonna tighten them to go down, untighten them to go up, which means 1 turn, or about half a turn. Half a turn, and half a turn. Well, this bridge ain't even straight. There, now the bridge is semi straight. Now the tune on this thing is not correct anymore, but then we quote unquote screw up this truss cover, so we can quote unquote adjust this truss cover. I haven't adjusted or done any maintenance to this bass guitar in literal ages. I can't even remember the last time I restrung this thing. I think it was before I moved, to be honest. So yeah, I haven't done shit with this thing in ages. This is the gigantic motherfucker. This is the medium one, quote unquote. And I mean, to be honest, I don't really need to take this shenanigan. Or well, I do, because of how this cover is designed. So yes, I do need to take it out all the way. So supposedly, now I don't remember none of the fuck way was tightened and then tightened on this thing. But or wait a minute, does this shenanigan use a bigger? No, it does not. I was about to ask, just like, does this motherfucker use a bigger Allen key? So now let's bring my pedal board over here so I can tune this fuck. Just unplug her so I can run it off a battery. Ow. Excuse me, you're on battery? I mean, oh God heaven. Yes, adjusting the wrong tuning peg maybe won't do much. There we go, now she... Thank you, Jesus. Alright, bud. Now, we don't really have a quote unquote XLR cable at the moment that we can just plug into the shenanigans and call it a day, do we? Yeah, about that. I mean, if the cable is long enough, I can just quote-unquote temporarily run off with this shenanigan, which is going in here. Which, well, this was what was going into this cab initially, but now we have quote-unquote another problem. That other problem being power. Now we don't have any power coming to this cabinet because I ran off with that power to do that shenanigan. So now where the fuck do we pull power from? Oh god, shenanigan and a half. Because I do not, literally not have a single bloody power cord at the moment, which is not in use. Oh, shenanigans and a half, you gotta love it. Well, do I have a straight angle like a motherfucker? Well, you know what? This phone can go over here and charge. It doesn't need to be over there and charging. Which means I can take quote-unquote this shenanigan. Sure, it's not grounded, but you know. What can you do? So, plug this shenanigan into this shenanigan. Power on that shenanigan. And quote-unquote and we have no output into that one for some semi-odd reason. Oh bruh. We have no output into the shenanigan. I wonder why. There we go. Then we have the quote-unquote instrument verb. Well, I mean, it's not like it's bad, but not exactly as mellow as I wanted it. But I suppose what can you do? Eat. Well, I didn't put the cover back on. Satan. Oh. So well. So I believe I maybe uploaded the upload video where I showed that I did this. I don't know. Anywho, I condensed my quote-unquote bass pedal board for the time being. The plan is to get a per se 4.0 instead, so that way I can properly fit pedals on there, 2 rows of pedals. this dual band compression, even though I actually like this one quite well, will be changed out to an MRX M87 eventually. And I will be throwing some other stuff on here, like a Tech 21, maybe some boss effects as well. I know I'm gonna put an octaver on here. I have some random shenanigans I'm gonna put on the schlonk, we could say. No. Hee-hoo. Yes. So yeah, you can go over there now since we're quote unquote done digging cables back in there. Oh, shenanigans. This whole heckle and a half, it's still gosh darn snowing. Yeah. Shenanigan and a half. Yeet. Oh. Bro, my head is gonna be on the roll today, boy. Woo. Hello, excuse me? Bro, did I not even plug the fucking in? Mate. Well, that means just doing that should have fixed this shenanigans. If I just open Grand May again now, we should have shenanigans. Now I have screen 2, and I have screen 3, and I command overlay setup, MA control network, join session. Thank you very much. Network protocol. DMX is if alone. Path port. Those ARTnet output is active. Streaming ACN we could quote unquote have on, but I don't think it will really matter. DMX if alone, that's fine. But yes, we got our MA link, we got a fast link. Shenanigan, which means we have all this shenanigan again. That's up and running, and quote unquote we can call that a day and a half. Thank you very much. As well, some people might say ground release is really a problem, but well, in general it might be a problem, but might not be a problem. But remember what I am. I am a live sound engineer and LD shenanigan. So basically, if we're short on time, all-nighters for programming sound or lights will definitely be a thing. So yeah, of course, then you're doing stuff. One second after you've been awake that whole night doing shenanigans, you're gonna go pretty much straight back to work, either doing more shenanigans on stage or starting the show. So now music lights, you stay awake. But yeah. Then like after the show, you just like pass out the front house. So yeah, so I'll update you guys later. Okay folks, I'm back with the update here real quick. I don't know how much of this video actually got into it, but anywho, update about the phone. I got directly in touch with the hardware department today via chat. They have cancelled the order I had since it didn't show up through Epoch. And what I'm going to be doing later today A little while later is go in an actual shop and fix the shenanigan there so I can pick it up immediately instead of having to wait for shipping. So the unboxing video will be recorded today. Today is the per se the Friday 16th of December, but you guys are going to be seeing this video, well, most likely the 28th, and then tomorrow the 29th is when the unboxing is gonna be. So this shenanigan is gonna have to quote unquote move. You need to be removed. You are the 28th at 3, and then you're gonna become the 29th at 3 p.m. And then this video will clonk in right there. So yeah, so rather said, tomorrow, the 29th of December, is when you guys will see the actual phone unboxing, and the 28th is when you guys actually will see this video, which is, well, frankly, 12, well, 10, 11, like 12 days from now. So yeah, so I will say thanks for watching this video. I'll just end it right now since I'm going to be recording the older video anyway. If you guys have enjoyed it, like, would be greatly appreciated. And as always, check out links down below for my streaming services, etc, etc. Howdy phone, you're having a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Nikolai out.